A toxic boss is exhausting for one reason people do not talk about enough. It is not just the workload. It is the psychological whiplash. One day they praise you. Next day they embarrass you in front of other people, nitpick something trivial, or send a message that somehow feels like a threat written in corporate English. And if you handle it wrong, the situation gets worse fast. So here are 7 ways to deal with a toxic boss while staying professional. Not fake nice, not passive, professional in a way that protects your position. 1. Stop reacting in real time. A toxic boss often wants one thing first: visible emotional access. If they can make you flustered, defensive, apologetic, or panicked on command, they start feeling bigger than you. So when they throw out something sharp like, "Why is this still not done?" do not rush to explain your entire existence. Pause, breathe once, then say, "I'm looking at it now, here's where it stands." That sounds small, but it changes the frame. Because the hidden rule is this: the person who stays organized under pressure usually looks like the adult in the room, and that matters more than people think. 2. Document more than you think you need. Toxic bosses love fog, verbal instructions, sudden reversals. "That's not what I said. You should have known. I told you last week." Of course you did, in the invisible meeting inside your own head. So after key conversations, send a calm follow-up. "Just confirming the priorities we aligned on today." Not aggressive, not legalistic, just clear. Now, if they try to rewrite history later, you are not trapped in a memory contest. You have a paper trail. And this leads to something most people miss. Documentation is not just protection, it also changes behavior. People get sloppier when they think nothing will be recorded. 3. Answer the pattern, not the tone. When a toxic boss is rude, most people focus on the sting. Bad move if they say, "Do I need to do everything myself around here?" The emotional bait is obvious. They want you answering the insult. Instead, answer the operational issue underneath it. "If the priority changed, I can adjust. Which deliverable do you want first?" That line does 2 things at once. It refuses the emotional trap, and it forces clarity. This is where a lot of viewers make the mistake that keeps them stuck. They try to defend their dignity by sounding offended, but offended people are easy to control. Clear people are harder. 4. Never argue in the boss's theater. If a toxic boss criticizes you in public, understand what is happening. This is usually not about accuracy, it is about audience. Public pressure changes people. Your heart rate jumps, your thinking gets sloppy, and now the boss looks calm while you look unstable. Convenient. So do not fully fight that battle in the room. You can say, "Got it, I'll clean that up." Or, "Let's go through the specifics after this meeting." Short, controlled, no speech. Because sometimes the strongest move is not to win the moment, it is to deny them the performance, and the irony is brutal. The less dramatic you are, the more other people often realize who the problem actually is. 5. Give less personal access. Toxic bosses are often information predators. They notice what rattles you: your money stress, your insecurity, your need to be liked, your fear of disappointing people. Then somehow every future conversation starts touching that nerve. So stay polite, but stop oversharing. Keep your communication useful, steady, and boring in the best way. If they ask something intrusive like, "Why do you seem off lately?" you do not owe them a therapy session. Try, just focused on getting this handled. That is enough, because not every boss deserves access to your inner life just because they have calendar privileges. 6. Build allies quietly, do not isolate. A toxic boss gets stronger when your only version of reality is the one they hand you. So build calm credibility with coworkers, cross-functional partners, and anyone who sees your work directly. Not gossip, not a revenge campaign, just consistency. Meet deadlines, be clear, be easy to work with. Let other people experience your competence without your boss narrating it for them. That way, if your boss starts subtly undermining you, there are other data points in the room. And that matters a lot, because in toxic systems, reputation is often your backup oxygen tank. 7. Know when professionalism means leaving. This is the part people resist. Sometimes the most professional response is not endure better. It is exit strategically. If the pattern is chronic disrespect, constant blame, moving goalposts, or pressure that is starting to affect your sleep, health, confidence, or judgment, do not romanticize your tolerance. Start preparing, update your resume, save documentation, reduce dependency, look for internal transfers or outside options. Here is the truth people learn the hard way. Staying too long in a toxic environment can train you to doubt your own judgment. And once that happens, the damage is not just professional, it gets into your nervous system. So yes, stay professional, but do not confuse professionalism with silent self-destruction. A good boss corrects the work. A toxic boss tries to control the person. Know the difference. And once you see that difference clearly, you stop asking, how do I make them finally treat me fairly? And start asking the better question, how do I protect my clarity, my leverage, and my next move? That question changes everything.